Hi, thanks for joining us. This is your latest Hurricane Tracker app video update recorded August 16th at 2 p.m. Well, we have a lot to talk about today in the tropics. We're going to go ahead and get started with taking a look at Tropical Depression Erin. This system was downgraded from a tropical storm to a tropical depression this morning, and we'll show you why in just a moment. But we expect Erin to dissipate into a remnant low as it moves northwest towards the central Atlantic. We are still watching Invest 92L here in the southern Gulf of Mexico. The National Hurricane Center is giving this system a 50% chance of development within the next 2 days and then a 60% chance within 5 days. We have a new strong tropical wave that will be moving off of the coast of Africa over the next few days. We are giving this system a 60% chance of developing within the next 5 days. As of this morning, we were giving Invest 92L here a 20% chance of development, and it looks like with our next tropical outlook, we're going to need to increase that probably to about 60 to 70%, and I'll explain why here in just a moment. First, let's take a closer look at Tropical Depression Erin. This system is battling the same dry air that Tropical Storm Dorian did several weeks ago. There's a lot of dry, stable air here in the central Atlantic, and that is being drawn into the system, and that is helping it to weaken, and we're not seeing a lot of deep thunderstorm activity any longer around the circulation, much like we did yesterday, and that's because of this dry air. So this is good news. Erin will continue to move off towards the northwest as depicted in the forecast track here by the National Hurricane Center, as well as the computer models. So pretty much nobody will have to worry about Tropical Depression Erin. In the computer model guidance, the intensity models do show a gradual weakening with the intensity as well. The latest run of the GFS model does show Erin moving towards the west-northwest, eventually weakening, and then developing the wave we showed you a moment ago coming off the coast of Africa. And this is getting really long range, but it does show this one moving more west under a ridge of high pressure here in the central Atlantic, and then turning more towards the west-northwest. Super long range around September 1st, it does show a powerful hurricane off of the eastern United States coastline, but that is super long range, so that system will need to be watched as it could become the first hurricane of the Atlantic hurricane season. But we do expect activity to pick up overall here during the next couple of weeks. The system we will be closely monitoring over the next couple days is still Invest 92L. You can see here this system has a very good surface circulation. I'll put this in motion. It's just void of any deep concentrated thunderstorm activity right now. That's because we have an upper level low very high in the atmosphere. It's drawing in a lot of dry, stable air into the surface circulation, and therefore most of the deep thunderstorm activity is located on the eastern side of the storm. But we are seeing indications that this upper level low is beginning to weaken, and more moisture and thunderstorm activity is becoming associated here with the surface circulation on the northern side. So if these trends continue, this system will have increasing odds to develop into a tropical depression or tropical storm Fernand as it moves towards the west. And we'll show you what the computer models are showing as far as the track here in just a moment. The latest run of the GFS, the CMC Canadian model does still develop Invest 92L here in the western Gulf of Mexico and tracks it towards the northwest, towards the upper Texas coastline as we get into this weekend and into early next week. The GFS model is really not developing this system, so this does need to be watched as this system still has a low to medium potential of developing. Whether it develops or not, we're going to see a lot of tropical moisture pulled up here into the northeastern Gulf Coast. And the graphic here from the Weather Channel is showing anywhere from 2 to 3 inches around the New Orleans area, with rainfall amounts increasing the further east you go. 3 to 5 inches, locally 6 inches or more here. It's very possible over the Florida Panhandle and into southern Georgia. The computer models here for Invest 92L are pretty spread out, anywhere really from around the Texas-Louisiana border and to the northern Gulf Coast of Mexico. So if this system can consolidate and start wrapping deep convection around the center, it does have a chance to develop. And it looks like the center down here, the low pressure area we showed you, is going to miss that upper trough that is swinging out of the southern United States. And then high pressure could build back in and push this system west or west-northwest this weekend or into early next week. So if you live in southwest Louisiana, Texas, or northern Mexico, don't let your guard down quite yet, as there is still a possibility the system could develop into a tropical cyclone and head your way, but it's not a guarantee at this point. We should know much more in the next 12 to 18 hours. Thanks so much for watching our latest video update. We'll be back with another one this evening or tomorrow morning. And thanks for using the Hurricane Tracker app. If you don't have it and you would like constant up-to-date information, please visit hertracker.com. And we have an iPhone app, an iPad app, and then a web app available for computers and non-iOS devices. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.